role playing, housewife. So he had worked out of town and he would come back home and I would make sure that I would have dinner on the table and just feeling like, a good wife. That was my duty, so to speak. And not that he asked me to, but I made sure that everything was cleaned up and I didn't have the time because I was unemployed, but I just made sure that everything was not perfect, but just rightfully so, just to keep the peace. And at some point, I realized that it wasn't really being authentic to myself because it was too late to stop because it would disrupt the dynamics. So I just kept playing the role and kept, to try to keep the peace. I would do these things to make sure that it wouldn't create more chaos. And I could sense his energy when he would come back home. And as soon as he would pull in the driveway, how's your job search going? Get a job yet? That was always the thing. It was just like so, like I was trying. It was just so taxing on my mental health. And I would tell myself, stay in high vibes and don't let his energy affect your energy and don't upset him further. So, I could feel his energy shifts and don't let that affect my energy. But it was so hard. You're trying to keep your energy high and going through, mental health issues and everything else that I was trying to do and playing the role and being the dutiful housewife. And, when you experience all these things and it's just like, is this worth it?